in that case, just picked business plans. It could be, one of the biggest things that I have when I talk to a ton of entrepreneurs as well, or how about we say, I talk with a ton of, and I'm going to say entrepreneurs/wantrepreneurs, right? The people who want to be entrepreneurs but really never will be. So what I often say to the entrepreneurs is don't quit the day job. Do your entrepreneurial stuff on the side. See if you could build your business to enough where it could support you, or you could get a sponsor, whether that's a bank who's funding you, whether or not you're taking a mortgage on your house, whether or not it's friends and family who are funding, whatever it is. You need to prove that you have a good enough business that somebody wants to pay you money to help you be successful at it.
Exactly.
And so that's what I'll often say first is, well, hey, if in this is where the AHA book also comes into play. Who are your customers, prospects? What are their pain point? Help them write their AHA book as a means to driving success or driving new business. And they can go out there and now they don't have to talk about them and the service they provide. They talk about, and once again, I'm putting my double fingers up as quotes, they're talking about the book that they wrote. Right? That's the one cool part about being the author of a book is you now have a third-party asset that represents the credibility you have in the marketplace that will attract, like a magnet, the prospects who are interested in the problem you solve. That's the cool part.
Amazing feedback there, Mr. Levy. And, I know that you're a guest on the show, but I tell you, you planted seeds even for me today. You've given me personally and professionally some aha moments, even in this conversation. And I know I definitely want to have you back. Would you be interested in coming back on the show?
Oh, I'd love to. So here's a potential suggestion for you. Take a look, when you have a chance, Greg, take a look at the platform. It's ahathat.com and the writing page, ahathat.com/author. And one of the things that we do is we often talk about authors writing their own books, and it takes about 8 hours to write an AHA book. But one of the things we could do, and somebody who has the background you have and the capabilities you have, one of the things we do is we also offer to ghostwrite books for people. And how we ghostwrite is we could do a 2-hour interview. And if you ask the right questions in the 2-hour interview, then my team will go ahead and ghostwrite the book. Well, it sure seems like a really interesting, because when you're asking those questions, you're also prodding and probing into who is the person, what are their clients they have, what are the prospects that they have, what are the problems they solve, what are they good at, where is the money going to be coming from and why, blah, blah, blah. And so it seems to me that I could share with you how to, I know you already know all the right questions, but how to ask the right questions to do the 2-hour interview, and either you or my team can then do the writing of the AHA book.
Okay.
And along the way, that interview is really the coaching that your prospect is going to need in terms of, because when somebody comes to you and you help them write a business plan, the questions you got to ask, and they may end up leaving with a slightly different plan or a dramatically different plan than they came up with. Well, if you mask that under the pretense of, hey, let's do a book to solve your problem, you're still solving the same issue, but you're now also delivering something more than just a business plan. You're delivering them a marketing vehicle they can go to market with. And maybe we could do something like that live, or maybe if we do a couple of those before our next show, we'll have something interesting or something different to talk about.
And Mr. Levy, I'm definitely interested in that. And I visited the website ahathat.com/author. I'm literally on that link right now, and I see the questions that you asked. There's a README type guideline document, and there are add your AHA messages. So for those that are listening to this particular podcast, we've been talking to Mr. Mitchell Levy, the AHA guy, and there's so many different services that he has available. But specifically, we spent a lot of time today discussing the platform that he has developed that will actually enable anyone that desires to write a book. The number of hours, Mr. Levy, go ahead and give that to us again.
8 hours or less.
8 hours or
probably,
less.
How about Greg, there's another thing. Not only if you have a desire to write a book, how about if you have a desire to be successful in business in today's world?
I like that better. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. My friend, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me. I look forward to.
Enough.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm looking forward to figuring out what we do together. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. It will. So prior to us disconnecting, please give your contact information again for those that are in the listening audience.
Got it. Well, so my name is Mitchell, Mitchell, Levy, Levy. You could Google me and connect to me on social, whether it's Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat. You can do it on Facebook, but if you're going to connect on Facebook, let me know why. Only because there's such a small limitation of the number of friends you could have on Facebook.
Sure.
If you go to ahathat.com, particularly ahathat.com/author, you can write your AHA book in 8 hours or less, or have us write it for you with a 2-hour interview, which also comes with, by definition, consulting services. And I'm happy to connect there. One of the 8 steps is to send an email along with your initial thoughts. And if you actually said you heard about us on the Greg Wilson Show, then I will and say, hey, I want Mitchell to give a personal review of the content. I will be happy to do that. And I'll leave one last thing if you're interested.
Yes.
If people are interested and they just want that aha moment, I have a URL. It's called, I'll give you the URL to it. It's aha.pub/I-want-3. Just the letter I, the word want, 3, no spaces. So aha.pub/I-want-3. And it's a half hour of my time. We do charge $297, and I promise that I will deliver 3 aha messages that you could share with your audience. And Greg, for you and for your audience, I will give the coupon code RADIO, RADIO, and it'll take $100 off. Take $1 off. Yeah, that's a good deal. It'll take $100 off the fee. So it's normally $297. It'll be $197. Just a half hour of my time, and I guarantee you that I'll deliver 3 aha messages that you could share with your audience. And that's aha.pub/I-want-3. And it's another way to reach out to me and get my attention and have me focus on your business and help you be successful.
Sounds so good. So we today have interviewed and had a very, very good conversation, in-depth conversation with Mr. Mitchell Levy. Again, we appreciate you so much for coming on the show today, sir.
My pleasure. Looking forward to the next time.
Yes, sir. Until next time. Thank you now.
Thank you.